we have another Doona, and this is the second one in our Doona series, or the Doona openings. This particular one has already been pre-dampened. I always fold things in lengthwise for myself and in the same direction afterwards, so that I know that my side stitches are on one hand and my middle fold will be on my ironing hand, and then I can easily find my opening, which is where whatever the buttons are, you can see that they are raveled up a little bit, and these will actually come one on top of the other this way. But what we want to do is we want to make this fairly straight. It will not always come out perfectly, and it may buckle up on you as you're going, but the more that we unravel these, the longer they will stay nice and flat. So first things first, let's get the opening onto the table. And even though I have pre-dampened before the whole material, I'm going to just get into the insides of that raveled up area so that I can make a much better finish for myself. Everything else is down the bottom there. Left hand, right hand, pull one away, or rather your ironing hand and the other if you're a left-handed person. Give it a little bit of a lift and wave and a drag up, and you're pretty much ready to start. Get your hand onto the inside, and as always, there's always a button somewhere done up where the stitches are, right there, so that I'm going like this on the inside there to actually line those up. My thumbs or my nails are right at that stitch there, and having already checked my iron, my temperature, everything is ready to go. Just holding that corner there with the iron, I can already get that started. With my left hand, I'm straightening the bottom first. That's the part where the buttonholes are. And then I'm moving like this with my fingers to stretch out the next part. And again, it's more of a stretch and a press, and we're working one at a time. Now, if that particular technique is a little bit difficult for you or hard to do, you can always try an alternate method. There are more than one ways. If you fold it back, you can go over the top. Now, please don't go over the buttons, go around them. If there are studs, don't go over the studs. They will melt. And again, depending on how close together they are, you definitely do want to do some of the buttons up, especially the middle sections and the quarters. And as you're going, we're going to do that same repeat of the harmonica move, moving it up, accordion, and through, and coming back to where we need it. Oops, a little too far there. We haven't done that section yet. So again, this might be the easiest method, just by folding it over. You can quickly grab that one side. You will still need to stretch those stitches and work it a section at a time. The bottom is usually easy to just stretch out, and most of the times whatever is raveling, although this one isn't too difficult, with the stretch and the hold and the press will usually come out nice and flat for you. So you're pretty much ready to go ahead. And again, I am not ironing really over, I'm still ironing in between the buttons, even though they are on the other side. And just hold the iron there for a little while. That's going to permeate the heat through and give you a really nice finish all the way through to the other side, which is the other reason why I'm also using the accordion move, so that I can actually see what has happened on the other side. This is the reverse side. This is going to be our presentation side, or the top of it. So we want to have that nice and neat and flat. And again, every time I move, I use that kneading technique with my hands here to stretch those stitches and make sure that I already am aligning the Doona cover. If we don't stretch the side stitches, ironing the fabric on the inside is going to make a nice fabric, but the stitches is what actually makes the Doona line up. And if they're not stretched, the Doona may be a little bit on the wonky side for you. So there you go. You're at the moment ready pretty much to go straight through the center half according to the type of Doona you have. This particular Doona, I don't need to do the sides all by themselves because they're already aligning. This particular one, the customer has clearly dried it, not in the dryer, but has actually done a lot of the hard work for us by stretching and folding the Doona neatly. And then I've continued on that by having pre-dampened it, given it a good shake and a stretch as I was going, and folding it nicely for myself. So now my opening is done very, very quickly. And the rest of the Doona is going to be a piece of cake. Well, a picnic perhaps, with this particular nice scene and pretty colours in our pattern. Enjoy!